everyone, this is Impulse and welcome back to the HermitCraft Game Mode 4 server. How you guys doing? I'm doing awesome. Our overpowered witch farm is pretty backed up right now. I already did this. I moved a whole bunch of stuff over and we got lots of stuff. Almost a double chest of gunpowder already, and I'm sure that if I grabbed all of it out of this backed up set of chests here and hoppers and oh my gosh, there's so much stuff. It is still, oh my goodness. Yeah, we are rich. We are rich. Oh, there we go. Double chest, gunpowder, done. We have it now. Redstone for days. This is amazing. This is amazing. It was coming down so fast. It was raining witches so fast that the hoppers couldn't even keep up. Like moving items through this hopper chain, too slow. It was too slow, so I just had to stop it. I just stopped it, and already this is what we've got. So I need to be working on a better collection system, obviously. But first, I think I want to tackle the save a witch. Instead of letting them die, we want to save them. And that's what we're going to be doing today. I mentioned it last video. I want to flood this thing with some water. And some people had some good ideas in the comments. Instead of dropping this down like I was talking about doing, just putting some signs or fences up, fence gates up, so that the water will flow across the top of them. And then we can drop it down when we need to that way, just onto the glass. So I think we'll do that. The other thing is I totally forgot to put in lamps here. Something I made the mistake on the HermitCraft Amplified server was I didn't put any light in here, and so we got spiders spawning on the tracks. And so far that hasn't happened, which is good, but I think I'm going to go ahead and put some lamps in anyway, just to make sure that doesn't happen. And the other thing I was thinking of, so originally I was going to have dispensers shoot out the water. But if you think about it, if this dispenser and this dispenser shoot out water, it's going to create an infinite water source in the middle. And it's possible that when you activate the dispensers to suck the water back up, it could leave that infinite water source behind. I've seen that happen quite a bit. So instead of going with dispensers, I think I'm going to go with a piston, basically extended, and then when it de-extends, water will fall down. And it won't travel as far because of that, but that's okay because we're just going to use signs, or I don't know, I haven't decided yet if I'm going to use signs or fence gates. I suppose signs are probably cheaper. We're going to use signs to carry the water across and drop down anyway, so it's not a big deal. So that's kind of the plan. As far as what we do with the witches after we save them, I want to bring them up, and I'll show you. I've made some changes up here, if I remember how to get up there. I moved this ladder over too, so it was actually in the center. Before it would like go to the right a little bit, and then you have to get up here and come over a little bit just to get up into this room. Now you can see it goes straight up. I've also made some changes in here as well. I'll go over those real quick with the sorting system. Before I was keeping feathers, and I don't know why. I don't really need feathers. So now I'm keeping cooked chicken. And then anything else basically will go through into this chest first. But if it's full, as it is now, basically anything extra that comes through, like that feather, is going to go into that dropper. Going to activate this clock here and basically shoot it down into, you can barely see it in the gap, there's some lava. So it's just going to auto-destroy. So if I don't want stuff, I can just put it in there and it will auto-destroy it. And why did that? Oh, it did. It did go through. Okay. So gets rid of it. So a little garbage disposal there, which is nice. And now I don't have to worry about the system backing up. And I have some leftover feathers still. And plenty of cooked chicken, which is nice. So I can always make sure I have plenty of food on me. And anyway, there's that. And then I made some changes up here as well. Just got bored. And you can see I'm working on an enchantment setup in the ceiling. I brought the portals up here on either side. So you can have access directly into this room. And now you can do your enchanting. And I noticed that, look at the bottom of the enchanting table. It didn't get updated with the texture there. It's got that black on the side with no purple, but on the bottom it's got the regular obsidian texture. Kind of funny. But you can see I am I think I'm 1 or 2 bookshelves short. 1, 2. And I think I got one in the corner there, so that's good. So I'm 2 bookshelves short from a full enchantment setup, so I'm thinking maybe we can take care of that. But yeah, what I want to do is bring the witches up, and basically I think what I'll do is have a little room on the other side of this portal that you can go out, and we are going to do something with the witches that should be kind of cool if it works. So I'll explain that later, but I got a lot of stuff to do. All those things I just mentioned, I want to take care of. Let's go ahead and get that enchantment setup fully done first, though. I've been growing some sugarcane. Hopefully I got enough now if it doesn't all fall down below. Let's see. 20. How many do I need? I can't tell you how many times I've accidentally converted the sugarcane to sugar instead of paper. I would go out collecting and just, I don't know what it was. Hopefully I get it right this time. Okay. I think that's a perfect amount of books, maybe. Let's see. 6 books. Yeah, and if I can find some wood. I don't know if I have any wood on me. We might have to go chop some trees. I don't know. Let me look around. This place is getting very disorganized. Oh, I got to get it cleaned up. I'm so horrible at this. Anything in my... Nope. I have a lot of random stuff in my ender chest, too. Let's go up here. I sometimes drop my stuff off in here as well, so I just got stuff scattered everywhere. Oh, a little bit of wood. That's not enough to make bookshelves. There we go. That's nice. And there's those redstone lamps I'm going to need for later, so might as well grab those. Let's make ourselves... Whoops. A couple more bookshelves. There we go. And that should finish off the enchantment setup, I do believe. There and there. And... Okay, I might remove that. I don't know. But let's see here now. So if I wanted to, say, enchant my... I only have 10 or 19 levels on me right now. We could get a few more levels, I believe. Let's get to 30 real quick and just... I know it's kind of a waste to enchant a half-used shovel, but if I stand underneath this ender chest and there's levels in it, I don't know if I still have levels in it, but basically you can deposit your XP levels by standing on an ender chest. See my levels going away? And then you can get them back by standing underneath. So that's why I kind of have this set up here. And so we'll just stand here long enough to get our 30 levels, and then we'll go enchant our shovel. Nope, I don't have enough levels stored up. So I guess I'm not going to be doing any enchanting, but we should have a full enchantment setup. So maybe by the end of this episode, I'll get to level 30, and we can test that out. But yeah, that's awesome now. I just can enchant right away here. And I got a lot more plans for this area up here. A lot more plans. So, all right, guys, let me get some work done, and I'll be back and show you the progress in a moment. All right, I am back, and I have done quite a bit, actually, as you can see through the portal here. But I want to show you what I've done. And I'm going to go down here, and you can see they are already flowing up the elevator. Just like I mentioned before, I have the signs down, the water's flowing, and I don't have this closed off just yet because I wanted to keep my eye on it, make sure everything was working properly. But basically the water flows down, and then, can I get over here? And then the water flows over, kind of brings them around this little bend, up this water elevator here, and they go all the way up to the top, and that's going to give them into a little holding cell, and then we can do some different things with them here. And back here is the on-off switch, so if we turn that off, you'll see the water stops. And now, basically, when they fall, they'll just die, and the hopper minecarts will pick up their drops just like before. And if we want to save them, we need to flip that switch. So, obviously, I need to bring this switch up, up to my AFK platform so I can turn it on and off from up there. I don't have to come all the way down here. We'll probably do that later. Probably not even this episode. Because there's something else I want to do first. I want to see if we can get these witches to give us their potions. So let's come up here, and we're going to have to kill off the ones that are in here. So what's nice here is, you got witches in here, you can kill them and get XP, and they are dropping their rare drops, which is good. So that's pretty cool. But it's too manual. It's just too manual. So instead what I want to try to do is use this liquid tank deal. A Gamemode 4 module, and I believe we have to put a dispenser, a redstone block, a chest, a sign, and a bottle, and see if something happens here. I thought maybe it would... Oh, no, I have to throw a glass block on top now. Yes, there we go, there we go. Now it says empty tank. You can see the items inside changed. And now, in order to make this work, I think I need to... So the glass is there just for looks. I think I'll leave it there. The sign tells us how many buckets of, XP. And then this I have to take out to enable the tank. So let's see here. I need to probably drop something out of my inventory to pick this up, I'm guessing. And now we have a witch in there. And basically the way it's supposed to work is if a witch is standing on top of this thing, one of the 4 potions should then start getting collected. But I think we need to, in order to get this to interact with entities, we need to put a brewing stand. I think it's there, maybe? Oh, there you go. So you can see right away we got a little bit of liquid in there. And what is it? Fire resistance. Excellent. So yeah, now this is collecting fire resistance. Not quite a full bucket, but the more witches that come in here, the more that should fill up. And I think it's like once every 5 minutes, and that's per witch. So we should start to see this thing fill up rather quickly, the more witches that we get in here. And we don't have a full bucket yet, but so this one shows fire resistance. What I'm hoping to do is actually get all 4 potions. And I think I'll do that by spreading 4 of these liquid tanks out and then just having the witches kind of spread out on them. But let's see if we have enough in here. Not yet, not yet. Now they're kind of covering it up so you can't really watch it fill up. But I think what I'll do is I'm going to let the witches build up a bit, and let's see if we can actually get a full bucket. I think 3 potions is a full bucket, and then I don't know how we do it. I think you have to put in a glass bottle to take it out. But let me build this up just a little bit and play with it, and then I'll be back in a second. All right, as you can see, I've got quite a few witches collected in here, and they are happily filling up my tank of fire resistance. You can see 2 out of 30 buckets here. If I let them sit for long enough, we'll get this thing filled up. And I did figure out how to pull the potions out. You need to put a dispenser in, and basically then it will allow you to put an empty glass bottle, which thanks to the witches we have plenty of, and now I can get my potion of fire resistance. So that is awesome. The next thing I want to do is you can see I put a couple more in here, and kind of I just need to break that piece of glass and that piece of glass, and they should kind of spread out, and then we're going to see what we get here. So it's completely random, and who knows. So here we go. Break. I can't break the glass because they're in the way. Here we go. Okay, there. Oh, okay. And can I get it? There we go. All right, spread on out. Start filling it up. All right, good. There's a pink one. That's different. That is regen. Good. This one, they haven't decided yet, I guess. I got a brewing stand that doesn't seem like they're sitting still on it. So we'll see if those ever get filled here. They should, though. It's just an empty tank. It's got the brewing stand in it. Not quite sure why they're not filling it up. Oh, look at that. That went 30 out of 30 buckets just like that. That is crazy. Okay, so there must be something with the way the witches get positioned on here as well. So we might have to do some tomfoolery here, some shenanigans to get them to move properly, because these guys, it's almost as if they're pushed over too far and they won't fill it up. So let's kill off a few. Maybe there's just too many in here, and we'll make some room. Okay, so there we go. This one started filling up, but it's fire resistance, which we don't really want. So let's can we take that back out? Let's just get it out of there. And if we do it enough, can we get it to be empty again? Or is it always going to be fire resistance? I think there might be a way to change it once they've already started filling it up. So we might have to do that. And you can see it's like completely empty, but it still says, okay, there we go, empty tank. So it did change its name, and hopefully if we do that enough, we'll get the next potion type, one that we don't have already. But yeah, it looks like I got to kind of move them around a little bit in here to get them to hop on top of the tank in the right way. So, okay, there we go. Look at that. Did it change colors? Ow! Too close. Got too close. All right, what do we got? Oh, glowstone in here. Yeah, that's not going to do anything. Instant damage. Oh, okay. All right. Cool. So I'm going to try to play around with this a bit, get it situated properly, and I will be back with you in a minute. All right, I'm back. I cleared out all the witches. As you guys can see, I have over 30 levels of XP now, which is good because we wanted to try out our enchantment setup today anyway. But you can see the liquids in here are all different colors, so we should have one of each type. The one thing that kind of concerns me, though, is that when you right-click, it says Tank of Regen. This one before was Fire Resistance, but it says Tank of Regen, and this one says Tank of Regen, and this one says tank of speed. So I don't know what's going on there, but I have some bottles with me, so let's put one in here and see if we actually get speed. And we do. That's good. So it followed its name. We have 3 buckets in here, and it says regen, but I don't know if that's really what it's going to give us. And we have instant damage, or potion of harming, however you want to call it. I need to get some junk out of my inventory here. Lately, it's hard for me to tell what's junk and what's not. All right, so that, even though it says regen, gave us the potion of harming for some reason. This one before was fire resistance, so I'm assuming that's going to still be fire resistance. Yep. And then finally, we have, hopefully this is actually regen. Yes, potion of regen. So we have all 4 potions, so that works, but it's not working as I was hoping. I was hoping that if I put a bunch of witches on here and they spread out, that it would fill up rather quickly. And it seems like I don't know if they get caught like just not centered on it or whatever, then it's not counting them. So I'm probably gonna change the layout of this whole thing. And I have some ideas that I'm going to play around with on how we can do that and have basically witch separation going on. And I don't know where I'm going to put it. I have pretty much a tight squeeze in here. When I built this thing, I didn't really think ahead because that's something I rarely do. And I didn't know I was going to be just expanding this with more spawners and more things like this. And now that that's kind of the plan, I might redo a lot of it, to be honest. I think that I want to keep like this. I like this right here. I want this to be like my center point, my AFK point. But you guys maybe remember, you actually have to stand here for both of those spawners in there to work. But I don't know. Now I'm thinking about it, and maybe it's not the fastest way to get raw chicken. Right? I mean, it's actually doing pretty well. But this whole hyper spawner thing is pretty cool. Chicken farms are easy. The rotten flesh kind of trickles in with this thing. There's better ways to get it. So I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to keep that or not. We're also having some problems with our villager. She's super, super, super stubborn. I mean, look at this. Nope, can't trade for that. Nope, can't trade for that. Nope, don't want to trade for that. Nope. No emeralds for raw or for pork chops, and also no emeralds for cooked chicken. I can't trade with her at all. So a lot of good she does, right? So yeah, now I don't have a choice but to really kill. I have to kill her and get a new one. And so I'm kind of thinking of a way that we can have kind of infinite villagers. You probably know where I'm going with that. So yeah, I don't know. I have many ideas on a lot of things that we could do in this whole area here with spawners and different systems, and my mind's just going crazy. That's what Gamemode 4 is all about. It just opens up so many possibilities. And so what I want to do is kind of turn this thing into a like huge multi-spawner, multi-resource factory, if you will. And when we stand here, we're just getting all sorts of goodies. And so that's kind of the long-term plan, guys. This is like my resource factory. And if I'm here, it's kind of like I'm at work, right? I'm here to gather resources, and it's work. And then at the end of the day, you want to go home. And so the whole Pucker Bay base over there, that'd be like my home. That's where I go to kick back at the end of the day after a long day of work, gathering resources, or in my case, AFKing on this emerald block. And we'll build that up. So that's kind of my plans for the future, and to go down the ladder too, apparently. So I'm going to have to do some reorganization here, like lots of reorganization, which is going to take lots of planning. But first things first, I just want to see if I can get a decent witch separator setup going, so that we can see if we can actually get, because you guys saw that, like when I broke the block, this thing went crazy. It went from like 3 buckets to 30 in a matter of like 2 seconds. So if we can get like that kind of action going with all of these, we're talking just like infinite supply of potions, which is amazing. So, all right, let me reorganize this thing and see if we can make something work here. So I will be back as soon as I get it all figured out. All right, before I do some rearranging, this glass has to come down, and it'd be really nice to have a silk touch pick. So you guys remember I said I wanted to test this out. I did check it out, and it looked like I had some blocks blocking the enchantment table, so I wasn't getting 30 levels. So I changed it around just a bit, moved the blocks up, and now, as you can see, I can get level 30. I'm going to get at least efficiency 4. I'm hoping they'll also be silk touch because I really need it. So here we go. Wish me luck. And what do we get? Just efficiency 4. Womp, womp, womp. Looks like I'm going to be wasting some glass. All right, so here's kind of what I came up with. You can see I have different chambers now. And basically, we're going to start directing the witches into whatever chamber it is we need to fill up. So if I do this, it retracts that block. And let's see if we got any witches coming up here. Here we go. So now that it's done that, we should start to get... The witch basically will pass this one because the block's in the way. And then she should get pushed over by the water stream. And hopefully... Yep, there we go. Fall into this one. And so now we can start collecting them. And let's see. Yep. Okay, perfect. So, okay, great. We have 2 tanks of speed. So I'm going to have to do something about that. Let's get rid of this before it gets too many in there. And come on, give me that. I'll take it. Take it. And all right, now hopefully it will change when the next one comes in. We'll see. Okay, fire resistance. Good. Yeah, there we go. You can see the colors. You got the blue for speed, the yellow there for fire resistance, and now let's see. We can retract this one basically, and now hopefully the witches. I'm not sure if this is going to work, if it'll push them over fast enough for them to get in there, but basically the way I made this work up here, hopefully they don't hit me with potions up here, is they come up the elevator and then the water current just kind of pushes them over. And if that block's sticking out, they'll just kind of push up against it and glide right past it. And then finally the end one, we don't need a piston because it's the last stop. And they're getting mad. And great, now there's going to be potion battles going. Let's see, are they going to keep throwing potion at each other? Yep. Alright, let me kill all these guys. That's something I gotta make sure does not happen when we're done with this thing. Otherwise, they're just going to keep throwing potions at each other over and over again. Oh, jeez. All right, let me clean them out. All right, it does look like they missed this first one here. It's just too soon to be pushing them over. But that's okay, because I did decide, and I know it's going to be a lot of work, I did decide I want to move this water elevator over here a little more, and that will buy us the room. And we're going to be making some changes with this thing probably next episode. I got to fix this situation. Diamond Farm is temporarily out of order, at least from the butcher's standpoint here. We can still get stuff from the cleric, but yeah. Anyway, so yeah, this is great. This is great. We got the witches on here. The buckets are filling up now rather quickly. I got 3 out of 30 already from the ones that are in here. If I shut this down, we'll get more witches in there, and that'll fill up rather quickly. And they finally stopped throwing potions, which is good. And can punch them around a bit. But yeah, that's going to fill up, and we'll have all the potions of speed we need and fire resistance, and then we'll have to get the harming and regen ones as well. And yeah, but that's going to do it for me today, guys. I am out of time. I've had such a hectic week. Barely had any time this week to get any Minecraft done. But hopefully you guys enjoyed the video anyway. If you did, please remember to hit that like button. And if you're not subscribed, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any of the future episodes, because I got big plans for this place. Oh yeah, big plans. Big plans. It's going to be so much fun. All right, guys, thanks for joining me. I will see you again next time. Have a good one, everyone.